Hello everyone. Besides COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the world. Bitcoin festival ever happened in the history with world-class top speaker.
And we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument to store your wealth against inflation and capture the value of your hard work so that it won't leak.
So the very, very good ideology about decentralized, one perfect example that would be Bitcoin. No governments in the world can manage it. It's 100% decentralized to every common man across the planet.
Bitcoin is deemed property by the IRS, and most countries deem it as property, which makes it an asset, not a currency. And the strongest currency is the dollar, and the strongest asset is Bitcoin.
It's not what I want or you want, it's what the institutions want. Institutions that are just stepping in or considering getting involved in allocating to crypto want one thing, Bitcoin. We're not going to print $2 trillion worth of paper. That currency is going to be digital.
So here's stocks. The government will make sure it doesn't crash. Gold will not crash, but crypto could. You know why? Because the Fed doesn't want to. Because the reason I like crypto, the reason I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, is I don't like the Fed.
Hello, I'm Dr. Asher Idan, Bitcoin Academy Lead Professor. I will teach you how to know exactly when to buy Bitcoin and what the Bitcoin and the other crypto are going to do in the coming months.
Biggest gathering of Bitcoin enthusiasts coming together to create an extraordinary movement.
The Global Bitcoin Festival in this October. And this is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic, passionate Bitcoin community. It is a movement. This movement aims to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to join this movement. Yeah, sign up for the link below for this movement, the Global Bitcoin Festival. And I'll see you there. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Friday. This is, for many people, one of the favorite day of the week. Friday see more smile than any other day of the week. And also, today is the first day of October. Okay, so let's start this day of the month and has a victorious day so that we have a great week ahead and a great month ahead. Welcome. Now, welcome. And my name is Richard Tan, and for many of you, I'm also no stranger to many people. I'm from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. Every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this program is streamed live on Facebook and YouTube, and we make video about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency investing. So this is a topic that you like to know more about. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, and also click on the notification bell so that whenever we have a video, you will be the first to know. So for this Friday, I'm also very delighted to bring my friend, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. Now, he is no stranger to many of you here. Many of you have followed his video for the last many weeks. In fact, many video, 50 video already. He is an authority in financial investing and also a well-known teacher and coach to many thousands of students worldwide. Welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Wow, Richard. And I want to wish all of you happy Children's Day.
Children's Day. Wow.
Today is the 1st of October, and what a great way to celebrate. Thank God it's Friday. Thank you for having me in your show, Richard.
Thank you so much. And welcome everybody from different city and also different time zone for joining us today. Now, Dr. Clemen, many people have this fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it's pretty normal, right? When Bitcoin price drop, so a lot of people have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Now, especially this recent event in China. So they are very worried about their investment in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So they fear that other countries are following China to do the same. So question for you, Dr. Clemen, is do you see this happen to Bitcoin, the other countries are following China?
Absolutely a big no. Nobody is going to follow China because China has much deeper issues. And what a great question to start off with by Richard. And I want to give the audience the clearest certainty what exactly is happening in China right now. I think we connected a few dots, and a few dots where some of the key people start to let the cat out of the bag. Starting from Elon Musk from Tesla, he's telling everybody that, hey, I think there is an energy constraint issue happening right now in China. And that's the reason why, step one, they have to go about banning Bitcoin mining. Because Bitcoin mining, the processes itself, they have to extract extremely high loads of the energy power. And right now, they are hearing reports all across China. There are many electrical breakdowns. Factories are not able to run on their full capacity. And that's the reason why they are banning Bitcoin. So we got this idea, China bans Bitcoin. And then on the other side of the world, in United States, everybody is telling United States government, hey, GOV, this is the time you step up, take leadership in this space. And this is the golden opportunity. And this is already happening. I've been in talks with multiple Bitcoin mining companies in US. And guess what? The Chinese miners have already migrated into the US to continue the mining operation. So the latest data that we are looking at, the total hash rate is about 150 million terahash. And that's about 150 million, that's about 150 exahash. Now, that is the kind of rate that's kind of stabilized right after the China ban. So coming to Richard's point here, I'm going to kind of flip over here. And I want you guys to search for this word called ban Bitcoin on Twitter. This is the hottest things that came out from Michael Saylor. You know, he has posted and shared, United States has no intention to ban Bitcoin. And I kind of scroll down right here. Everybody is saying the same thing right now, all right? Official Bitcoin magazine. The United States has no intention to ban Bitcoin and crypto by the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. From POM, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell clearly states that the United States has no intention to ban Bitcoin. In fact, right now they're looking at this as a golden opportunity to dominate this space. And we are really excited about this, Richard.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Can you tell some of us who are not really in the news, actually, who is this Joel Powell? I mean, when he says that, well, he says that United States is not going to ban Bitcoin, but who is he to say that?
Now, he is sitting on a very powerful position right now as the Federal Reserve Chairman. So let me kind of bring on site for everybody to understand. This is the guy that determines the interest rate. Now, everything, the leverage that the US government has on the economy is boiled down to this single tool called interest rates. Now, of course, they have many other fascinating tools that includes stimulus programs to keep buying up government bonds. Now, this is the part where this man is so critical in the sense that he will have the overarching decision power to decide, do we raise interest rate or do we lower interest rates? Do we keep everything as per normal? And that's the reason why they are looking to him for leadership. And also, more importantly, he's in charge of the US dollar. And that's the reason why today's the discussion is on, hey, can we have a central bank digital currency, CBDC? And again, this is going to him for the discussion and he needs to take leadership. That's the reason why the moment he goes out there with a commitment that he's not going to ban Bitcoin, everybody in the Twitter sphere start tweeting about it, because this is a very, very powerful position to take a stand on such an important topic that affects every one of us. So that's Jerome Powell for you right there.
Oh, that's great. So he is a man of authority. So whatever he says does carry a lot of weight as the opinion of one of the most powerful country in the world, as United States. Now, today is the first day of October. Yeah, beginning of the day. Wish everybody a wonderful first day of the month, right? Okay, we finished September already. That's yesterday, the past. So Bitcoin closed September, the last day of September depending on which part of the world you're in, at $43,823. So more than 43,000. Now in June, when Bitcoin price was below 34,000, at that time, there's this analyst called Plan B. It predicted that it will hit 47,000 by the end of August. And then in September, it will dip to 43,000 at the end of September. So we have passed September already. So end of September already, so we know, right? Now, both predictions by Plan B were off less than 1%. Actually, 1%, less than 1%. Now, question for you, Dr. Clemen, is Plan B also predict for October, November, and December. How confident are you on Plan B prediction for the next 3 months, and why do you say so?
Wow, this is a really great question coming from Richard once again. And you know, we are looking at Plan B because they created the stock to flow model. And right now, let me switch the chart right over across to look at Bitcoin. So the key points that Richard has highlighted to us is this. We suffered a big drop back then in the month of May, right here during this period. And then we reach out to our audience and viewers. We tell you that, hey, this is the moment in time we have got to focus on this very, very important price channel between the 30,000 to the 40,000. And Plan B was kind of right smack into this accuracy, like 1% variance. Then right now, in the month of September, they are again saying that, hey, we could be hitting about 43,000, again, right smack in this area, the $43,000 area. So what are they exactly predicting for us? In fact, not just Plan B, in fact, every pundit, every analyst that's just putting their brains together to study Bitcoin, we have a major plan for the market, and that is this. I'm just going to kind of zoom out and then move back over here so that all of you can begin to see the month of November and December. And then I'm going to pull down a little bit, I need more space. Pull down a little bit. Okay, right here. Okay, and once we hit that, ready, I'm going to demonstrate to you all right now. This is Plan B prediction standing here at 43,000. You can see the red circle there. And then I draw another big circle right there. That's the previous all-time high. And then we mark out where exactly is 100,000 for Bitcoin right here. Okay. So where is the beginning of 2022? And that is what we call the end of 2021. And I'm going to plot it right across here. And I move an arrow up here. All right. So how will this play out for all of us? This is the most important moment. And from here, I kind of enlarge it. Here we go. I'm going to enlarge it. And ready? 3, 2, 1. We're going back to our 43,000. Previous high, 63,000. 100,000 right now is around here. And check this out. We are looking at a major spike that is going to push it above 100,000. Now, for this spike to happen, it must pass through the previous milestone right over here at 63. And then it kind of, boom, cross over back to the 100,000. Now, how would this happen? Because we are backing on the thesis that there were already 3 Bitcoin halving events. The third one being on the 12th of May, 2020. And the most important previous high was dated in December 2017. So we took those dates and triangulate and kind of move forward to the current time. And based on the stock to flow model, Plan B that is projecting, it is saying and telling us very clearly, month of November, month of December, this is the direction it's going to spike all the way to 100,000. And we are all excited about this. It's not just about Plan B. In fact, it transcends across everyone who put money down on the table. And I think for today's presentation, we're going to kind of start introducing to you guys the billionaires out there who own a huge chunk of the Bitcoin. And why everybody is singing the same tune? Because everybody has done their own due diligence as well. So for those of you who are watching right now together with Richard and myself, this is the most critical window at this moment. I'm going to kind of zoom out at this moment. You are sitting right here and you are thinking that, is it too early? Is it too late? Is it too expensive? Is it too cheap? It's not about that already. It's a question of when. The when everybody is pushing for November, December. Now, what other events that will happen in the month of November and December? This is the part I think we kind of want to connect the dots. So I'm going to show you this very important date. Here we go. And this date is known as the Black Friday date, all right? And for this year itself, is dated on 26th of November. So there are already 3 low-hanging fruits that's going to happen starting from this month of October. Now, officially, today we are officially in October. So October, we're going to have number 1 key event, Bitcoin futures ETF will be supposedly approved this month. Okay. This is October. Then the second lower hanging fruit in November, we're going to have what? Bitcoin ETF. And that's everybody pushing for its approval in November. There's a deadline on November. And it's smack in the November, what do you have? 26th of November, you have Black Friday. And this is the time where everybody's just excited about spending money, all right? Black Friday is a spending money season because leading to Christmas holidays and all that. And everybody is really spreading what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. November, December, everybody want to push it up, all right? So coming finally to December, what is the date that we need to look out for? Here we go. I want to give you the precise date. And this is where I'm also applying my thinking around this idea. We're going to go back to the year 2017. All right, here we go. We are 2017. The highest point, 17th of December. All right. Now, if we take the 3 highest point, just kind of mark it out right here. All right. So 3 highest point, there is a 16, 17, 18, 19. So 16, 17, 18, 19, that was back then, 2017, Bitcoin hit close to 20,000 per coin, all right? So you transport this 16, 17, 18 into this year, December, on our calendar, 2021, and you mark it out. And there's one most important candle that everybody will be watching out for is this too crazy one, all right? This, we always look for the big fat green candle, one shot, palm, one time, palm, 2 times. What date is that? 6th and 7th of December. So we are going really go anal so detailed already to the right out to the actual day itself, and we plot it out. And then we kind of converge this to the idea of plan B. And plan B, I want to show you this article whereby the variance is just 1% error. That's how accurate it is. So they are all looking at all these points that I've just shown you, and then they justify with the stock to flow model. And there you go. You have a variance of error of 1%. And that is really, really powerful stuff. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Dr. Clemen brought out that in November, there is this Black Friday where everybody spends lots of money. For you guys, make sure your spouse spend money, but in the right place, okay? Not just Alibaba and QQ or Lazada. Make sure they spend on Bitcoin and then and create wealth. Okay, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now let's revisit just now your conversation about ETF. Everybody in the crypto community comment that if SEC approved ETF, this will definitely drive Bitcoin price to the moon, whether it's 100 or 135 or 200 or even 500. You know, if we have this ETF, that this ETF will enable more investors to come in, more adoption of Bitcoin. Now, yesterday, a new ETF was launched in Canada. That this is the first one that incorporate both Bitcoin and Ethereum together. Everybody hope that this ETF will come, like you say, October or November to be approved by SEC. Now, the SEC chairman, actually, Gary Gensler, just the latest comment, he says that he reiterate he's very positive about this. Now, question for you is this. He passed a comment in one of the interview, And how do you read his comment? And what do you think is going to happen soon? Now, Coinbase, just I think last week tweeted a report that SEC is approving a ETF. Then after that, like, they quickly delete off, And what do you think is all this action is targeting at?
Yes, that's a very, very good question, Richard. And you really push us to kind of stretch the boundary and to connect the dots. So let's take a look at this article first. SEC chair yet again signals support for Bitcoin futures ETF. Now, my reading of this is because, he's going back to Congress to ask for more powers. He's asking for more money. He's asking for more and more things so that, he's going to leave a legacy, a legendary name for himself. So he's kind of playing this kind of a mind game with the Congress, with the people, saying, you want me to approve it, but you're not giving me the power. You want me to approve it, you're not giving me the resources to safeguard the trust that retail investors have placed upon us. So this to and fro, I think, is a power game, number one. But because the pressure on him is so high, he got to face an influx of very powerful fund managers, ETFs, and these are all billionaires that we're talking about. And this guy is just a civil servant. Please remember, he's not even a billionaire to begin with. He is an official government civil servant. He's facing all these giants out there. What can he do to placate them? He said, okay, I tell you what, I want to buy time. I'm going to give you my signal that I think Bitcoin futures ETF is palatable. Let's go ahead with this first. That's why this article came out. And when this article came out, kind of teasing the market, and somehow there's a tweet by Coinbase that wanted to come out all out to say Bitcoin ETF is finally approved. And then once they tweeted on this, they quickly deleted it in a very short time later. They realized, okay, maybe we are a bit wrong on that. While all this is going on, then there's another article that came out, the Happy Meal. I call it the Happy Meal article, right? Where people, they are going to combine Bitcoin and Ethereum as a Happy Meal combo ETF. This is already approved and launched in Canada. So the neighboring country, Canada, has already got a full-fledged Bitcoin ETF, right now got a combo meal ETF. What else you going to have? So all this is playing up really well, exerting more pressure to Chair Gary Gensler that, hey, you know what? You still don't get it right. We're going to move our money to Canada. We're going to move our money to Switzerland. We're going to move our money elsewhere just because you're not getting it right. Yesterday night, Richard, there was a very, very good interview by one of the board member of Coinbase. And this lady is very, very powerful. She used to be the one as in the Attorney General office going after those who are fraudulent in digital currency.
Okay.
And because she was so good at detecting all these crooks, she decided to join a VC firm. And right now she's sitting on the board of Coinbase. So we got all these people that can see the power and potential of blockchain, and more importantly, for Bitcoin itself. Back to you, Richard.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, we all believe that Bitcoin has a big future, and it is one of the most amazing financial instruments for us to preserve our hard work and our money, so that the money won't, the term is called, don't get smaller, okay, due to inflation or many other things. Now, I was sharing with some of my staff in our meeting, staff that has been with us for a while, because one of the places that we always love to go in our last office is to eat the noodle there called this prawn noodle in the beach road there. And the other day I went with Veronica. One bowl of noodle is $7.50. I remember when we were eating the noodle there, it was only $4. So it had gone to $7.50 for the same purchasing power, right? For the same product. It shows that our currency has leaked already. All our hard work to make the $4 so that we can consume the noodle. Now we have to work double hard because it's now $7.50. So we believe that Bitcoin is a store of your financial energy, so that all your hard work will not leak away. And that's the reason why we are organizing this global Bitcoin festival this October. a gathering of passionate Bitcoin holder. Now, the purpose is to educate, update, and adoption of Bitcoin. It is a movement so that, we encourage everybody put aside some money and convert them into Bitcoin to preserve your wealth. And we want to encourage every one of you to come to this Global Bitcoin Festival, and also encourage your friend and your loved one to come and attend this program. So there's a link there. So please support us, inform more people about it. Sorry, excuse me. Now, I'm so excited, about this program. Now, next question for you is, Dr. Clemen. Now, rich people, the way rich people think and the poor people think, they are different. Many billionaires are investing in Bitcoin, right? Many billionaires we know are investing in Bitcoin, but many ordinary people are still standing by the side. Clearly, both are from different side of the coin. Question for you is Dr. Clemen, what do you think need to happen to support the change in mindset for the ordinary people?
That's a great question, and I've been on this whole tracing of David versus Goliath era. Why the rich and powerful always remain rich, why the poor always remain poor, and that's the difference here. And I want to take this opportunity to also address this. Now, there are many guys out there who spend all their time trying to get the details right, trying to be like a perfectionist. Every single detail must be perfect. Then they say, okay, I want to take my first step. That is the average man thinking. They can spend all their time sitting on the fence, but end of the day, they are not willing to cough out the money. But the rich guys they spot an idea and say, okay, my gut feel, my intuition, my past experience says that this is the right place to be. Put my money down. And that's the reason why we build Spiking, Richard. We build Spiking because we are only interested in those who put money down on the table, not those who just talk theory, concept, and sit on the fence and do nothing. So I want to encourage all of you here today and take a look at this guy, the king of SPACs, SPAC, Special Purpose Acquisition Company. This was launched back in the Obama era, and really fast forwarding to today, every one of them is taking advantage of this, whereby you are giving a blank check to a company that's publicly listed today. And this publicly listed vehicle called a SPAC, SPAC, they will have a 2 years limitation of time to take your money to go out there and buy something that's valuable. So I want to introduce all of you to Chamath, and Chamath is the king of SPACs. He was just on CNBC last night, and they were asking him quite a number of good questions. And one of the things that we really want to find out from him is, what are his thoughts, first of all, about Bitcoin? So here we go. The billionaire said it's hard for regulators to kill crypto, calling it the most profound iteration of the internet. This is so important, all right? Now, and I don't just want to hear from someone who talk theory and all that. What is more important to me is he has already invested hundreds of millions into Bitcoin and believe it's tough to impose a blanket ban on cryptocurrencies. He said that with CNBC Scott. So this is the one I want you all to take note of. Always go after what the big boys are putting money down on the table. Another giant right here I want to kind of show you. And, this is another monster right out here. Here we go. Billionaire Orlando Bravo owns Bitcoin. Says you increase significantly. I'm very bullish. So they are not like going out here and say, I'm bullish, but I haven't put in my money yet. I hope you all get the drift. You always follow those who already put down the money on the table. And then you test the thesis, the thinking, the logic behind his investment, all right? So here we go. How could you not love crypto? And how does he elaborate this question? Crypto is just a great system. It is frictionless. It is decentralized, and young people want their own financial system. So it is here to stay. But more importantly, the underlying technology of blockchain, regardless of what protocol or what system you're building upon, can be very powerful and sometimes provides better use cases than database software. Now, he goes into the technical side of things, but you know, when we look at the final notes right here, for me, it's pretty simple. More people are going to use in the future than today, and it's going to be more established. Institutions are just beginning to go there. And once that happens, I think it will increase significantly over the years. I'm very bullish. Hear from all these big boys who already put money down on the table, skin in the game, and I think this is what counts. So you are right now sitting across us, opposite us, you know, watching this live stream, and I believe there are many thoughts going through your mind. And what is really challenging about Richard's question is, hey, Dr. Clemen, you look at this. Hey, Dr. Clemen, you've seen this thing happen. How do you connect the dots? Now, we can go all night long on this, but end of the day, you just kind of touch your heart and ask yourself, is this something I want to do or not? And I want to just dedicate to you a very simple line, and a famous line. I call it P.S. I love you. All right. Now, what's the P and what's the S? P is how I think about Bitcoin as a form of payment. S is what I think about Bitcoin as a form of store of value. So Richard mentioned about store of value just now. And I also want to mention about payment, because as the world evolves today, and we are seeing, you know, I'm putting a lot of thinking right now about the total hash rate. All right. So I want to show you all what exactly is the total hash rate and how does this kind of correlate to what we are sharing with you today. All right. I want to put out this very important chart right here. This is the total hash rate. And if you look at this total hash rate, and I kind of plot it on a logarithmic scale, and I want to kind of zoom it up a little bit. Can you see at the bottom here, right? We already went through this crazy crash. This crash was because of China banning Bitcoin. Boom! It dropped right here, right? And we started off the show today by asking, what's the impact of China's ban? And I share with you my thoughts. China's ban is a super great opportunity for the US to take dominance in this space right now. And can you see in a very short time, the hash rate jump back? Literally as if nothing has happened. China is just like a pinch of salt. No impact at all. Because you've seen for yourself, the hash rate has stabilized. And we are talking about, at this moment, about 140 million terahash. And I'm speaking to one Bitcoin miner, 140 million terahash, he's going to contribute 50 million terahash. That's how aggressive the market is right now. And these guys are not simple guys. They are putting money, resources, talent, capital, everything on the table to make this happen. So question back for all of us is, are you ready? Back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, Dr. Clemen just now mentioned that all the billionaires put the money where their belief is. Yeah.
Yes.
So many ordinary people, they believe in certain things, but they dare not put their money down. And perhaps that's the reason why some become billionaire or millionaire, some are not, because certainly there is a big difference. So thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, Dr. Clemen, we before we go to our last question, I just want to, there is a question here, and that, so very interesting question. So let's tackle this question because I give you the last question, okay? So this question is from a very interesting question from Sunny Leo, right? Sunny Leo. Sunny Leo says this, that China is creating their own digital yen. And the question is, maybe for all of us, and outside, more than this question is, what's the difference between this digital currency, right? The country that are having this central bank digital currency and Bitcoin. And then also the question is whether China is banning Bitcoin because they have their own digital yen. So the question to you, Dr. Clemen.
Okay, great question. And thank you, the audience, for posting to us questions so that we can check our blind spots. We can really all crowdsource this thinking together. Everybody look out for each other. Now, I want to give you the history of DCEP. The original wording is called DCEP, Digital Currency Electronic Payment. So in the year 2019, I was invited to speak in front of 20,000 Chinese I'm talking about mainland Chinese from China, all right? And back then, my research started into why did China committed so much resources to studying a digital currency, electronic payment. And they have one of their top guys flown down into Singapore, and there was like a private conference, 30 of us, and I was invited into that conference. The first thing, the number one man from People's Bank of China, PBOC, he asked was, are there any journalists in this room? I say, what the heck? Why is he so secretive, right? He said, then the organizer told him, no, all our own people, good people. And then he started to share the vision of DCP. That was in like end of 2018. And I started to think, wow, if PBOC is thinking about DCP already, I better jump in and put my brains onto this space. So but by the time I kind of finalized my thinking around DCP, I was given an opportunity to present to 20,000 Chinese. And I went on stage and told everybody that how I correlate DCP with Bitcoin. Because back then my thinking was the traditional financial currency or FX that we have, if we go to US, we'll go at the airport, straight away change our money, Sing to US, right? Or Japanese Sing, or Japanese Euro, or Sing Hong Kong. Currency is always taking place in a pair. But if you launch a digital yuan, who's your pair? Who's going to pair with you? Because you're so far ahead in the technology space. And the answer is this. You must pair with the first coin on planet Earth. That's Bitcoin. So I went on stage and say, if China going to launch DCP, you better get into Bitcoin right now. Mama, these two is going to pair up together. And I challenged, I put my money down on the table, and guess what? Richard, the most amazing thing happened. 1 week after my presentation, President Xi spoke on Zhongyang Diansitai, which is the main Chinese broadcast media, and he announced that blockchain should be the core technology of China. 1 week after that, Bitcoin shot up, boom. And that was my baptism of fire. And if you take all this down right now to today's context, from calling it DCP to today, they call it the digital yuan. All right. So there's some name change along the way. And I'm sharing with all of you that their biggest marketing event to launch the coin is when? That's the more important question. And I tell you an answer right now. February 2022, at the Beijing Winter Olympics, they already prepared to indoctrinate, brainwash every sporting athlete, celebrity, journalist, media, everyone will be there using digital yuan. That is the number one marketing platform for them. And the moment you start using digital yuan, you fly back to your own countries and you'll be talking about, oh my God, this is so efficient. I don't even have to touch the counterfeit note. My hand is not dirty. And I use my phone, pang, pang, pang. My money got transferred. My money, I got received the money. I got the products and services, everything all in. So China's thinking about that. Unfortunately, pandemic came in, disrupted their plan. And unfortunately, their own China miners start to suck up their own electrical power, disrupted their plan. So they have to take a blanket sweep, ban Bitcoin to protect the electrical energy first, or else the whole China will be blackout on itself. Then they start to find their way around how to seize Bitcoin for free. Because the moment you make it illegal and you continue to peddle Bitcoin in China, they have the official right now to take over your coins. And they did that last year. 4 billion worth of Bitcoin was seized last year when Bitcoin was only trading at $18,000. Guess how much that is sitting right now in their treasury? Oh my gosh, they learned a very important lesson. Oh, I can make it illegal, I can confiscate it, and I own it for free. So back to you, Richard.
Thank you so much. Now, even if this digital yen is still a fiat currency, the government can print as much as they want to, whereas Bitcoin is only limited to 21 million. And Dr. Clemen mentioned that all the even digital dollar or digital currency has to be paired with a currency, and what better, most universal pair it is than Bitcoin. So thank you, Dr. Clemen, for the enlightenment. Now, this coming Saturday, we are going to do a education on how to use Huobi. And the reason why we want to do this is because many of you are actually using Binance, and because of the the compliance of Binance, and some of you may want to move to another platform. And the platform that's very, very similar, in fact, it's a clone of Binance, is Huobi. So this coming Saturday at 11 o'clock, Singapore time or Malaysia time, we are going to do this, and we will put the link there. And for those of you who want to know which platform, about this Huobi platform, how to use it, you are invited to come to this education session here. So thank you so much. Now let me just go to the last question, okay? For Dr. Clemen is this, an analyst mentioned that analysts mentioned that Q4 2021, which is what we are right now, will produce many Bitcoin millionaire. This Q4 will produce many Bitcoin millionaire. So question for you is, what do you think? And what is your recommended action you can give to ordinary investor today, right now?
Wow, that's a very, very powerful mathematical question. I'll call it mathematical question because I want to frame the question in another way, all right? So first of all, let's take a look at this article. Why this Bitcoin investor believes that Q4 2021 will produce the most crypto millionaires. So for a start, I think the audience really need to understand what is the actual meaning of a millionaire, all right? So I'm going to go through a numerical or mathematical way to kind of explain and expound on this idea. So we have 1 million, followed by 30, followed by 30. That's a million, all right? So we look at this number right here. Then the question is, if today the price of Bitcoin is trading at about 40,000 plus, I will just round it up easily, all right, for mathematical sake, 50,000 for example. Now for 50,000, you take out a calculator, 50,000 to hit 100,000, that's times 2. So if you take it as times 2, which is 100% profit return, then logically, if you want to become a millionaire, how much must you put in? You must put in $500,000 multiplied by 2, that's $1 million. That's what it means. But if you have a longer view about this, and you say that, I want to hang out with folks like Katie Woods from ARK Invest, I want to hang out with Sharma, who already put in $1 million into Bitcoin. I want to hang out with Michael Saylor, who had owned 100,000 Bitcoin. They are not looking at becoming a millionaire. They are already a billionaire. So the price projection for them is very different. So let me show you what they're thinking right here, all right? So they are thinking right now, let's say Bitcoin is 50,000. They say that it should go to minimally 500,000. Then it makes sense because numerically for 50,000 to go 500,000, that is times 10. So if times 10, you want to become a millionaire, you put in $100,000, you wait until 2025, times 10, you become a millionaire. So everything comes down to what is the capital that you have today, which is a very fair game because the percentage will equalize whatever starter capital each of us begin with. So this is the percentage I want to take you all through. This is the closest thing that you can ever see between now to end of the year times 2, which is 100%. How much are you ready to put in? You put in $100, you get $100. You put in $200, you get $200. You put in 500,000, you get 500,000. That makes you a millionaire. So I want to encourage all of you. Of course, every one of us, have our own ambition that we want to become a millionaire. I had my ambition back then as well. My ambition was to become a millionaire by 30 years old. Been there, done that, and I know what it takes to get up there. There is no shortcut. The truest form to become a millionaire is work on your foundation. So today, we are celebrating the 50th episode of our YouTube live stream. 50, Richard. We've done 50 episodes together. What is our foundation? Super strong. How about yours? Have you been watching all these videos and kind of connect the dots? Because without this foundation, even if you become a millionaire in December, you're going to lose everything within 1 month. You're going to start buying all kinds of crazy stuff out there, but not multiplying the wealth that you accumulated. So I think what we've done right here for this Bitcoin movement It's not only just sharing with you an asset class that will shape your generations to come, but more importantly, the whole idea of wealth management. How can you be a really solid, vivid investor, thinking in the same lights of Michael Saylor, Shafmaf, Katie Woods, and all these big boys that already put their money down on the table into Bitcoin? They are not going out there to buy Lamborghinis. Please get it right. They are going out there to change the world. Likewise, Richard and myself, we are doing this because we want to help people out there from third world developing countries to have a chance to have a breakthrough in this generational curse that they cannot get out of poverty. I think this is the most viable asset class designed for them. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you. Now, for those of you online right now, if 52 weeks ago, that means 1 year ago, the Bitcoin price was only $10,000. Today, it is $45,000. It is 450%. And if end of the year is 100,000, you are achieving your 10x already, 10 times your investment. So this is a great opportunity. So just one more time, tomorrow on Saturday, we'll be talking about Huobi platform. And also maybe there's a question here by Thomas, I believe, which platform to go to. So maybe tomorrow we can, if you join us, we'll probably share with you also which platform, which are the other good platform to go to, although Dr. Clemen has already mentioned it in our last video. So thank you very much for today. And I'd like to end with asking Dr. Clemen to end us with some wisdom on why everyone should go to the Global Bitcoin Festival. Dr. Clemen.
Wow. Then this one is making me like kind of a hair stand, you know, Richard, because every time I come back to check on this website, right, I feel very nervous already. This is the Global Bitcoin Festival.com website. And as you can see, time passed really, really fast right now. Holy moly. We are counting down 27 days already. 27 days to the official event. I'm really, really so excited about it because first of all, we know the influx of people taking on the free ticket. We can see the massive registration coming on board. And for those of you who have registered for yourself, don't stop there. Get your village, get your kampong, get your colleagues, get your company, get your neighborhood, get your friends, get your family members, everybody register together. Why? Because you need their buy-in. It's kind of sad if you are the only guy owning Bitcoin around your community. And likewise for me, I rallied my entire community, my students, everyone who came into contact with me somehow will have to own Bitcoin because I love giving away Bitcoin, by the way. So we've been doing that every single month. So this event is to kind of rally a really powerful movement together. All of us put our eyes and lenses to study Bitcoin. What is this exactly all about? Why it's designed for the ordinary man to the super rich man? Why it transcends all classes? Why it is decentralized? Why governments are fighting over it? Why sovereign wealth funds are owning it? Why China is banning it and US is embracing it? Why there's this topic about ETF? All these are so many powerful questions that is coming on board. And in the 2 days, we shall attempt to answer all of them by the panel of powerful speakers that we have assembled for you. So this is really, really gorgeous. And, you know, kind of a big shout out to our powerful speakers right here. And that's none other than Michael Saylor. You know, he owns more than 100,000 Bitcoin. And this is like the king of advocates. We have Mr. Wonderful. I was just watching Shark Tank this morning. And this guy is a hedge fund manager. I highly, highly respect him. He's very in sync with the thinking of cryptocurrency. And of course, the man that shaped the whole generation of students thinking about rich dad and poor dad. How do you break free from this generational curse? Like, I call it generational curse because, you know, I also come from kind of a middle-class family. Nobody's willing to talk about wealth. Nobody's talking about becoming a millionaire. And I was the first in my family to become a millionaire. So credits to Robert Kiyosaki. And, you know, next to him, we have a Professor Escher, and he's also a renowned expert in the area of Bitcoin. So, you know, what we have done, accumulated 50 episodes of the YouTube, Richard and myself, is just to prepare for this big event. Can you imagine? We have to live stream 50 episodes, making sure that we really check all parts, all blind spots, and then put these world-class speakers on stage, guess what you're going to have on that day? You're going to be blown away. Back to you, Richard.
Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, see you at the Global Bitcoin Festival, and we want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend till we meet again on this coming Monday. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. Besides COVID-19, one of the hottest topic around is cryptocurrency.
Welcome to the world. Bitcoin festival ever happened in the history with world-class top speaker.
And we believe that Bitcoin is the best financial instrument to store your wealth against inflation and capture the value of your hard work so that it won't leak.
So the very, very good ideology about decentralized, one perfect example that would be Bitcoin. No governments in the world can manage it. It's 100% decentralized to every common man across the planet.
Bitcoin is deemed property by the IRS, and most countries deem it as property, which makes it an asset, not a currency. And the strongest currency is the dollar, and the strongest asset is Bitcoin.
It's not what I want or you want, it's what the institutions want. Institutions that are just stepping in or considering getting involved in allocating to crypto want one thing: Bitcoin. We're not going to print $2 trillion worth of paper. That currency is going to be digital.
So here's stocks. The government will make sure it doesn't crash. Gold will not crash, but crypto could. You know why? Because the Fed doesn't want to. Because the reason I like crypto, the reason I buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that stuff, is I don't like the Fed.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sheridan, Bitcoin Academy lead professor. I will teach you how to know exactly when to buy Bitcoin and what the Bitcoin and the other crypto are going to do in the coming months.
Biggest gathering of Bitcoin enthusiasts coming together to create an extraordinary movement.
The Global Bitcoin Festival in this October. And this is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic, passionate Bitcoin community. It is a movement. This movement aims to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you to join this movement. Yeah, sign up for the link below for this movement, the Global Bitcoin Festival. And I'll see you there.